thanks for joining me once again. For this really short tutorial today, we're going to be talking about pens and using pens for values. So I'm not going to talk too much about it because you're going to hear about it in the tutorial, but please subscribe, press that like button, press that bell, and comment. Let me know what you like or what you'd like to see in the future. So let's go ahead and get to it. So this is a really short video that I wanted to just touch upon the different kinds of pens that can be used to also create value. And one of my favorites is just your run-of-the-mill ballpoint pen. You can buy these anywhere really. And the great thing about it is that they're cheap and that to me they behave kind of like pencil, whereas you can use different types of pressure on the pen to create the value that you're looking for. So for example, if I'm just going to do a really quick 3-part value scale. And for this one, you can't really shade like you would with pencil, that back and forth motion of shading. We would be sticking to things like hatching, cross hatching, and scumbling or scribbling as some people like to call it. So if I do hatching, for example, I can lightly show marks with a ballpoint pen and then slowly start to create values using more pressure on the pen, and of course bringing those marks of the hatching closer together also to create the illusion of a darker value. And the same would be for if you were doing cross hatching. I really love using ballpoint pen. And you can also use this for scumbling. And again, the good thing about this is that you can apply very light pressure or very dark pressure. So that always makes me very happy to have that ability to switch back and forth, like I said, very much like a pencil. So the other pens that I wanted to discuss today are what we call multi-liner pens. And these are, Prismacolor makes them, Sakura makes them, a bunch of different companies make them. They come in numbers. So as you can see here, this is a 005. It's a really, really thin pen. And you want to be extremely careful using the points on these because the points are very delicate. And I can't tell you how many times my students in class, and these are my advanced students by the way, have taken some of these multi-liner pens and destroyed it because they don't know that they have to be careful with the points and they can't push down too hard. You don't want to do any more than what the pen is willing to do. This is a 005. You can't expect it to get really dark, thick lines. So only use it for what you really need it for. So as you go up in numbers, this is a 1. You can see again, I don't want to push this too hard, but you can see how the marks are getting darker only because the points are a slightly bit thicker. And as you move up, this is a 005. This was a 1. This is a 3. And I'm not pushing down because it's really hard to push down with these pens. It's very different from ballpoint. But you can see that the thickness of the pen is helping to darken the marks. So it really depends on what you're looking for in your drawing. So this we said was a 3. I'm moving up to a 5. These go all the way up, but these are the ones that I have available. And you can start to notice how the points are just getting a little bit thicker as the numbers go up. So the difference between these pens and the ballpoint is that you can't really change the pressure on the point to make it lighter or thicker. This is just basically one value point, and you have to be mindful of how you present it. So this is, like I said, a 5, and we're just gonna keep going up. This is an 8, and this one flows so beautifully. I like to use the 8s and the 5s a lot because I get impatient and I want to show those darks right away. But this is an 8. I said this was a 5. Let me write that down better. So, like I said, they go up in numbers and it gets thicker. The other type of pen that I wanted to touch upon very, very briefly, these are artist pens, brush style. So you'll notice that it has a brush. So I can do really thin marks, as you see here, or I can put a little bit of pressure, get a thicker line, and I could deviate. I can make ribbon style marks. So these are really good when you want a certain definition, you want make maybe a little bit more three-dimensional. They come in different colors. I got earth tone, so this is like a gray. This is a warm gray. You can hardly see it, but this is really good for shading, as you can see. And then this one is a light indigo, which is like a light blue. So that's it. I just wanted to show you all the things that pens can do, and in the next video we're going to start getting into how to shade an actual object. So we're going to look at a sphere. That's the very basic form that I use in class to teach my students how to use the range of values in your value scale in a sphere to show three-dimensionality. So until then, go ahead and subscribe, comment down below if you like this video, and let me know what you think. See you in the next video.